Yeah, she probably won't care. I'm like, ma'am, please stop crying. Yeah. Where's the book? Stop, get off. Where's the book?
She's like, he had so many books.
He had so many books.
Justin loved books.
He loved to read.
Do you like scary movies?
This isn't real.
There is a limit to how much I can take.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
No fear.
Well, hi.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Real Fear Podcast. I'm Justin.
I'm Kordell.
And today we have a very special guest here with us today, our first guest on the podcast. His
Hi,
name is
Gabe.
his name's Gabe Jones.
I jumped the gun.
Yeah,
there, so sorry.
His name's Gabe Jones. He works with us in True Crime TV. He's also a co-founder and executive of our startup company, Moonlight Media.
Yeah.
Welcome, Gabe.
What's my executive position?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We're gonna figure that out.
We need titles for all of our.
I want specifically like regal titles, like Duke of Moonlight Media.
Right.
Jesus.
Can we all be Dukes and Duchesses of Moonlight Media? Good.
I want to be a lord.
Yeah,
Lord,
that'd be cool.
Lord Lord of editing.
The lords and ladies.
Lord of spooky podcasts and movies.
Yep.
Somebody's gonna be like, "That's your actual title."
Yes.
Hey, it's our company.
It's our company. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So, Gabe, are you a Kordell or a Justin with horror movies?
I'm a Kordell.
So,
Through and through. But here's what I'll say: I've definitely seen more horror movies than he has, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I try not to watch them unless they look good.
See, what is a good looking horror movie?
Like Get Out, good.
Okay.
It's more than just like I want to scare you. It's like you're also watching a movie.
Okay.
You
I
know?
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
you know, Gabe, you send me a lot of like trailers to horror movies, and you seem excited about. I don't know if you think that's because I would be interested in them, or if it's just because you're actually excited about them. Because you seem to like horror movies. I don't know, Antlers, for instance, a recent one.
Yeah, because that's a cool monster.
Yeah, there's lots of good horror movies. You're right. Gabe likes horror movies. He just doesn't admit that he likes horror movies.
Here's what I'm going to say. They make me really anxious. Like, the anticipation of jump scares really fucks with me. And so
Same.
I try to stay away from that.
Unless it's worth it with the story.
Unless it's worth it. Like, yeah, It Chapter 1 scared the shit out of me, but, like, it was good. That's the only movie I've ever jumped out of my chair.
Really?
Yes.
What part did you jump out of your chair for It Chapter 1?
When Beverly's in the bathroom and she just turns really fast because there's no indication or anything. He's just right there, and I think that came out of my seat.
I think that one got me. I definitely jumped on that one.
Crazy.
I don't normally jump, but that one made me jump. I
hope you jump on this one.
I hope I don't.
I hope you do. It's wacky. I'll tell you that.
Well, let's talk about you brought a movie for us to watch today.
I did.
Let's what's the scariest movie you've ever seen, and then why, if it's not this one, like what made you decide to bring this one?
I've been thinking about this question for a very long time, and I cannot find an answer. I don't know what the scariest movie I've ever seen is.
Oh.
This one's pretty scary. Veronica's pretty scary. I don't like Chucky. Does that count? I've never seen him, but they scare me.
He also hates Chucky.
Is it a black thing?
We don't like dolls. Like
no,
it's not
dolls
okay.
Don't Annabelle either.
Fuck that shit. Yeah.
No, thank
Annabelle
you.
because it's a ghost Annabelle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's not cool.
No, it's not cool. I don't like those.
I like them.
I don't like any of it. None of it's good.
We're gonna have to watch Child's Play on this podcast eventually. You know.
What is the new Chucky one or whatever?
No, you
Child's
need to watch
Play's
the old one.
The original.
Oh.
It's also the name of the
I heard
remake.
the new one's really bad though.
I liked the new one.
Oh, I heard the new one's really good though.
But just now you did. Yeah.
I don't want to come onto your podcast and just shit on the movies you like.
I mean, you haven't seen it, so you're free to say what you've heard.
Yeah.
Also, that's what Kordell does every episode is shit on the movies that I like. So
I do it every time.
So it's whatever.
That's why I picked this one because it's fun and it's funny, and you guys have a good like format where you're like talking and joking and stuff.
Yeah.
But also shit gets crazy. For you, I picked a paranormal one for you because I knew that you would really love it.
Don't like
I know, I don't either, so we're gonna suffer together. Except I've seen this, so I kind of know what's gonna happen.
All right, fine.
But Justin tasked me with bringing a found footage movie.
Right, because Kordell is afraid of them.
I didn't know that.
I'm afraid of scary movies.
Oh, okay. I thought it was found footage movies specifically.
Well, it sounds specific to me because you said the scariest movie you'd ever seen was Paranormal Activity 3.
Right.
Toby.
And also you like the Blair Witch Project. It just sounded like
creepy. Yeah, maybe I just happened to find. I don't know what. Like, I don't have enough of a palette to be like, yes, found footage only. Like, I just haven't.
Well, maybe not only.
Well, most of them are shitty.
You know, mostly like I'm afraid of found footage movies specifically. I don't know if I am.
I don't think I've ever been afraid of a found footage movie.
How many have you seen? Blair Witch and Cloverfield?
Blair Witch, Cloverfield, Quarantine.
Oh, I forget about Quarantine.
I don't know. There's some more shitty ones that I forget because they were shitty.
Yeah.
They seem hard to make. Like it seems difficult to
like, behind the scenes of them.
I bet
they seem hard to make.
Well, like to make a good found footage.
Oh,
movie.
A good one, yeah. I bet.
To
I'm still not convinced they exist, so we'll see.
Cloverfield's so good. What are you talking about?
Like
it's just not scary.
Okay,
except for that subway scene. That shit is.
It's been a long time since I saw Cloverfield, so maybe it's good. And
I was originally going to bring Cloverfield, but Cloverfield isn't scary enough. I can't bring a movie and you guys be like, that's a 3. You know what I'm saying? Because especially first guess, that makes me look like a bitch.
Yeah, you're right. You'll set the bar really low.
So
we don't want that.
Hopefully this at least breaks like 6.
Well, since you're here with us, you get to also vote on the outcome. So we'll average your score in as well.
Okay.
If you're like, it's a 10, we'll have to average that in. Yeah, and it might end up being something higher.
You can sway the vote.
I'm going to derail everything.
Yeah. We're going to be an outlier, an extreme, every time.
But what are we watching? Have you talked about what this is yet?
Oh, what is this?
We are watching Grave Encounters.
I know nothing about that.
You never even heard of it?
Never even heard of it.
Have you heard? We've talked about it. Have you heard of it?
I had not heard of it until you... I always say I don't like found footage movies. That's the first time I said that this episode. but you always say, when I say that, have you seen Grave Encounters? And I always say no. So... That's like
it's the scariest found footage movie I've ever seen.
Okay, all I know about it is it's got a green cover. I feel like maybe that's Grave Encounters 2. Because I know
both
Grave
of them
Encounters
have
2.
like a
there's like a monster thing crawling out of a doorway.
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay,
that's 2.
Well, I haven't seen either of them.
I haven't seen 2, but yeah, this one's fun. It's I think that the big thing for found footage is like you have to establish why it's happening in the first place. Yeah. And I think this does it really well.
Okay.
Because they're like making a documentary or something. Yeah. That's why they have cameras.
Yeah, essentially they're like making a new episode of like a ghost hunter show.
I also hate ghost hunters shows.
Well,
I used to.
This is kind of like a parody.
Yeah, I figured it would be something like that.
They kind of play it silly. So like it's got some good laughs, some good fun, and absolute chaos.
One problem I have with found footage movies is that they don't put the camera down when the characters realistically would, because they're like running or fighting or something, and they're always carrying a camera.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So does this movie like do anything about that issue?
Yes, everything, like, not the entire movie is handheld.
Oh. So they'll be like a
they're like a real ghost hunter team. So
okay.
You get all kind of different shots.
Okay, that's cool. That'll be interesting.
So that, like, as a found footage, that makes sense. But I think they're fun, and I think that they make you a little more part of the story. Not part of the story, but like
it's an interactive horror movie. I feel like they're gonna come out and bring us in.
I feel like they're scary to me because it's like you're right there. You're not watching from like bird's eye view like a normal movie. You're in the action with the camera.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds good. Sounds scary.
Fine. I drove over here.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Over here. You have the same attitude every episode. I don't want to be here.
I want to preface. Maybe I could be not selling it great. My goal is to scare you guys. I'm not bringing you like the most incredible movie in the world.
Right.
I'm bringing you a good scare.
That's good news. That's good news, though, because we're not looking for the best horror movie ever made. We're looking for the scariest horror movie ever made. Right, Kordell?
Yeah. Fine.
You look legitimately nervous. It's funny.
It's fine. No, everything's great. Just
Is there anything you want to talk about?
No.
Anything you want to say?
No, I'm sad.
What are you? Let's talk.
I'm sad.
Let's talk through your nerves right now.
I
unpack
don't like being scared. That's about as deep as I've gotten.
Okay.
I'm not sure that the root of my issues exactly.
I don't know if that's quite it. Maybe that's just an inherent human thing. I thought.
I don't know. Justin likes to be scared.
I like being scared. I don't know if it's most humans like being scared. I feel like it's at least half.
Like, do you actually like being scared, or you just like the adrenaline high from it?
I feel like that's the same thing.
No, I don't know.
Can you be scared without adrenaline? Because I don't think you can.
I think so.
That's
maybe.
a science
I don't
question.
Know.
I don't know about that one.
So scientists,
I
let
didn't
us
finish
know.
college. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't
go to that
major
class.
in psychology, so I don't know either.
I don't know. Maybe.
I know
I feel like
that
that's part of it because like any nervous fear, I feel like that all releases adrenaline. But I don't know.
I agree with you.
whenever I'm at home alone with the lights out, and then I just start to get scared because something's looking at me, I just feel it. I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
Well, that's never happened to me.
Yeah, I don't think I think I've been scared without adrenaline.
How? What were you afraid of?
Like, I was just like freaked. I was like, I don't know, dude. Sometimes
Like,
I got a
maybe
weird
it's-
imagination. Like, shit
That's
pops
what
off
I'm saying.
sometimes.
Like, man,
But then the fear, like you might not have been afraid of something that like was real or like should have given you adrenaline, but like once you're afraid, I feel like there's adrenaline running through your body at that point.
I think if the fear is coming from your brain, maybe like if it's like thoughts or something, I think maybe you don't get adrenaline because there's like nothing actually happening.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. We're
I'm
not
just
scientists.
talking.
Well, either way, I think it's the adrenaline rush is why I like, and most people like being afraid.
Yeah,
of
see,
horror
I
movies.
ride roller coasters.
You can't do that every day.
Not with that attitude, you can't. What do you mean?
You got a job. You got to go to work. You got things to do.
I got PTO. What are you talking about?
Yeah, bro, we got PTO for a reason.
I can walk.
I got a lunch break.
If we lived in Orlando, maybe
Extended lunch break. Go to Dollywood.
If we worked at Dollywood, then yeah, your lunch break, ride the roller coaster, ride the Thunderhead or whatever.
I don't know. I get my adrenaline rush from like training and like fighting people. Like it's like
And then you don't have to be afraid. You just make other
and
people afraid.
well, I can defend myself. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yes, he's beating up children. That's what you get off on.
Why are you fighting kids and getting adrenaline from it?
No, it's not the kids.
That's weird.
Unless they're really good at it, then sometimes I get a little scared. I was boxing with this one kid. He's in like the Junior Olympics and he's won gold like every time. And this is some years ago, and he was like 15 at the time, 6'2", 220 pounds. He was 17, and I got treated like a child. Like I've never in my life thought like there's nothing I can do to this person. Like until I met my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach, there's also nothing I can do to that person. Like I was like I've never felt like someone just manhandle me. Like I'm like, well, I guess I'll die if they get upset at me. Like I'll just be dead then, I suppose. And that's that. But I can defend myself and I can work up to it. Now, when it comes to scary movies, I can't work up to anything. I just am afraid, and I just have to sit here and be afraid, and it's not very fun.
As a viewer of this show, let me ask you a question that I've been wondering.
Sure.
When things are getting like weird and you're expecting something, do you look at the corners or like away from the TV?
No.
He looks at his phone.
Okay.
I try to cut those parts out of the podcast when Cordell's looking at his phone.
But I need to not do
Well, I
that.
can give you the uncut version of it. And every now and then you're over there, I don't think it's at the scary parts. I think it's at
I
the
try
dull
to do
parts.
it at the normal, like, dull parts.
Like the lulls is actually when you're doing
yeah,
it. But
okay.
I thought it would be funnier if it was.
No.
And he's editing it, so he can make
I can
us
make it look
say
like
whatever he
Yes.
wants.
Frank can bite the shit out of you guys.
No, I look at the screen, but I'm, like, watching for something to happen. I try not to look away because mama ain't raised no bitch.
For most of my 24 years, I did that. Would look at the, like, you just stare just enough away where you're not looking directly at it.
When
That's
I'm
cheating.
really scared, then yes, I have done it. Like with the whole with Paranormal Activity 3 or whatever that I saw. Like I got to a point where like I can't look at this. I have to look and I was in a movie theater. I just had to look kind of away, and it was like, oh, but don't put my hands on my eyes
because I got friends here.
Yeah, because I'm with people. Can't do all that. I had to. Like gotta look at somewhere else. Yeah, that's happens when it gets really bad.
That's why jump scares get me so much, because I don't do that and I let myself just be completely engrossed in it. Like I know a jump scare's coming, but I like try not to know that.
I don't like
because I like being afraid and getting the jump scares. So I can't.
I don't like
it. Like you said earlier that you were surprised that I was so jumped so much to the Babadook, and it was just because I'm just not expecting.
You're like, yeah, scare me!
So I'm like, do it! My guard is down.
No, thank you. My guard stays up because you can tell how tense I get.
It's not me. I'm not making that decision. My body is like, we're gonna freak out now. Here's a little extra dose of anxiety for today.
All right, how long has it been since you saw Grave Encounters?
I saw it like early college, so it's been like 2 or 3 years at least.
Do you think you'll be afraid of it or not this time?
I think I'm still gonna be like, whoa, this shit is crazy. Luckily, I hope I remember the big jumps and like the big moments, but I don't entirely remember the timing of them. So they could still get me.
Right. I guess we'll see.
Because I really like. For most of them, I don't even really remember the build-up. Like, because I don't think I'll see most of them and be like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Until it happens, and I'll be like, fuck, there it is.
That'll be good.
So maybe I'll get scared too. I picked one that I had seen so that maybe I look a little cooler. Because I am a bitch.
I'm going to get a book drink.
Book drink!
Oh, that's
Anybody else want a book drink?
Yeah!
Wow.
What we got
What
today?
is that?
This is brandy.
Oh my goodness.
You guys want some brandy?
I would love some.
Sure. Kordell's like, the drunker I am, the easier this will be.
The alcohol makes the ghost go away. Oh, thank you, sir. I love the book drinks.
Justin's trying to definitely make me have to take bathroom breaks.
I was gonna say, I think he gave you more. I don't know. I'm just playing.
Here you go, friend.
Thank you. It's good. It's good brandy. I like it. God, I love that book drink. I told. I don't know if it's on the podcast. I don't know if it's on record, but I feel like it should be on record that if Justin ever dies, I get the book with the thing in it.
I was gonna say I'll take the flask if you get the book.
But they come together.
It's good. It's good that you made that condition.
Yes, yeah. I get the book with the flask.
Yeah, I think you did say that last time. I can't remember if I made it into the cut or not.
I don't know if it
For
did.
Babadook?
Yeah,
It didn't.
But I've said it a few times.
Yeah, I think I was standing up when he said it, and so I waited until I sat down to cut back to it.
Just so everyone knows, audio and video. It's mine. If anything happens, hopefully nothing happens.
I'm just gonna cut
say
this out
that
again.
You should have waited till he talked so that he would have wasted his breath.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, I wouldn't actually do that. No, I already said you definitely get the book if I die. I mean, I don't know if it'll be legal because I haven't written it down.
Oh, we got the video evidence.
Oh, good point. You're right. You'll just have to show this to my
If
mom.
that's a binding contract.
And be like, look, he said I could have this. And my mom's crying because I'm dead.
Yes.
And you're like, but I get the book.
I understand that your son just died. But that is my book.
Don't even think about taking that book home with you.
It's about the principle of it.
I'll let her know. I'm sure she won't mind.
Yeah, she probably won't care. I'm like, ma'am, please stop crying. Where's the book? Stop, get off. Where's the book?
She's like, he had so many books.
Yeah, so many.
Justin loved books.
He loved to read.
Like, no, with the bottle. Never mind. I'll come back later.
You can just break into my apartment before anyone gets here.
Yeah.
You come over to do the podcast and you find me dead, and then you're just like, oh, I better take this book.
Yeah, he's going to find
I got to take the book immediately.
He kills you for the
He
book.
kills me for the book.
That's not...
That's a story, though, and then I'm on an episode of Snapped or something.
We have it on video.
Listen, that's not going to happen.
I hope not.
Are you going to kill Justin for the book?
Never. I will never kill Justin.
Is your name Kordell?
My name is Kordell. Don't Frankenbite me.
Right.
He's good.
I think he's already said
He said yes at some
He's
point.
already said yes.
Maybe.
Okay, that'll work. So the cold open of this episode is just,
Maybe
are you going to kill Justin? Maybe.
Maybe won't hold up in court.
Okay, so...
It's enough. It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch the movie.
Let's watch a movie.
Woo! Let's get scared.
A new reality series called Grave Encounters. And it was by
that's the name of the
movie.
He said it.
The idea was that
Oh my god.
ever since then I had been
When was this made?
I think 2011.
I can
Come
tell.
along with me and my team of skilled paranormal
Yeah, I
But
should
it's made
as we
to
dare
look like
venture
that.
into some of the
Yes.
most haunted locations
But I
on
will
the
say
planet.
this, that the actual
Spending the night
movie
capturing everything
is
on
also
camera.
2011
ready.
special effects.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense.
You can see it like a time or two.
Okay. If you just showed me that last frame, no context at all, I'd have been like, man, what's up with what is that band? Look at this photograph. Yeah, I'd be like, wow, those are some Nickelback fans right there, right? Like, I would just think that that's like outside of a Nickelback concert.
Have you ever noticed anything
Everybody hates on Nickelback so much.
Oh, I love them.
I like Nickelback.
I do too. Everyone secretly likes them.
Have you heard any weird noises?
Why are you smiling?
Event was
About this
completely
man's
overshadowed
death.
by the death of Babe Ruth.
I think I'd like to work on a paranormal show.
No.
As far as reality shows go, I think I'd like to work on one.
No, thank you. I'll produce from a distance.
You guys should do like a Real Fear Goes to the Field.
Oh,
really?
And go to a haunted place.
Stop suggesting ideas.
You know, that's a great idea. That should be our Halloween special. That should be our Halloween
That would be a
special.
good Halloween.
Oh!
I'll start looking up haunted places. I got
That would
several
be really
books
good.
of haunted Tennessee locations.
Go to the Bell Witch House.
Oh!
I've always wanted to go to the Bell Witch Cave. We can go there. We can watch the... There was a movie about the Bell Witch. I can't remember what it's
Gabe,
called.
why would
Bell
you
Witch
say
Tennessee,
these
something like
things?
that.
I don't know, because I'm not on this show.
He's got great ideas.
Oh my god. I'm going to just stay in your
He
lane.
is technically
okay?
executive
I
producer
saw-
of this podcast.
I
He's
saw-
executive producer of Moonlight Media.
Am I in the credits?
There was a
There are no
blinker. I seen a blinker, and I'm just going to need you to stay in your lane.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm
My
saying?
bad. I crossed the line.
You was swerving. I need you to go back.
I mean, we're going to come back to this conversation because it's definitely going to have to be a conversation.
This is going to be a head-on collision.
I'm an executive producer, but not a creator, so I think you get a little more say
Middle
on
of
this
the pool.
show.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm upset about. It is a good idea. I'm mad about it.
You're mad that it's such a good idea that you're going to
I
have
don't
to
want
do
to
it.
do it. No, I don't want to do it. I don't.
We can get a projector and a screen and watch a movie. Like,
Anyway,
I don't know where we could actually watch a movie that's haunted.
No.
We'd have to have a rental place that's also haunted. Night vision.
What is that with? What is he doing? That hurts my soul.
So you can see how scratched the fucking lens is.
Oh gosh. Oh, my heart.
Looks like they're shooting through a window. If that helps.
My
Your
camera heart. That might help my heart a little bit. Justin, you can fix a broken heart by just telling me exactly what I want to hear.
It didn't really hurt their camera.
I was slightly nervous there for like half a second. It hung there a little too long, and I was like, oh.
I feel like one trope of found footage is that things kind of take a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have a timestamp to tell us how long exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Keep starting over. They got t-shirts.
We need t-shirts. Hey, the guy said this was unedited. I'm pretty sure that was a cut.
All right, we're about to check in with our resident.
No, he said undoctored.
Wizard
Is
Matt.
that different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
that real?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's real either.
Walk us through what some of the equipment is for.
This is an EMF meter, and what this does is it records
See, who makes those?
electrostatic and electromagnetic fields in the
See
air.
if you can read the company
The basic
name.
idea is that man-made or human EMF fields will remain stable, while fields caused by paranormal activity will
He keeps
produce
moving
spikes
it.
in reading.
They gotta do
This is
that
a simple
every
analog
time?
recorder. All right. It's
Like if you're making a real
used
paranormal show, do you explain the equipment every time?
Every episode.
I don't think so. I think you just kind of eventually.
electronic
I feel like if you're watching ghost
This
hunter
thing
shows,
lets
Yeah.
you know what that
sound
shit is.
That's what I'm
the ear
saying.
cannot detect. So when we play it back, if we hear something, we'll know that something out there is trying to communicate with us.
That's a good point,
Okay,
though. Why are they
then
explaining it again on episode
This is
6?
a Geiger counter. You just turn this on right here, you're good to go. I mean, look at this. freaking badass.
That guy doesn't look very bright. I don't
Listen, I
know.
can guarantee you that if there is anything paranormal, anything freaky happening in this
He's got to
joint,
remind himself.
we're gonna catch it. All right, folks, we are about to.
You know, you always
initiate
shoot more than you need.
lockdown.
Good
My
point.
friend,
They gotta have a decent crafty.
He's going
budget.
somewhere.
A decent what?
Crafty budget.
Oh.
Like for if they're staying there for like how long? 8 hours?
Something like that.
I mean, if you're shooting for 12 hours, all of it at night, they gotta get paid decently.
Do they get to sleep, or do they just have to
I think.
walk around all night?
I don't know.
So he's the host of this show and the producer?
That's what it looks like.
I think he directs.
It's a better shot anyway.
Yes, my dear.
Wheelchair's gonna move. Call it now.
They aren't real. Even if they were real, they wouldn't want to come out.
He's gonna die. Calling it now.
Wow.
Real fast.
Ooh, wheelchair. What I say?
See, they put the camera down.
Yeah, he did put the camera down. Talk on the phone. He didn't stop recording though for some reason.
But what the fuck do you mean, how did it move?
Did it wiggle? Shut up. That's a door. They're demons. It's your boy.
You should always taunt ghosts when they don't do something.
So they think they can leave?
I think it's just the right up ahead.
Well, in an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh.
Like he comes in, he said he'd be back at like 6.
Yeah, this is it.
That was the dumbest idea, also.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna work at all.
It's like they know that he chained it up.
Yeah.
And they're trying to break it.
Oh, it worked. Somebody moved the doors. That guy's pulling a prank on them.
While they were all upstairs, someone built more buildings.
Yes, and attached it to this building. Let's go out a window.
They're all barred up?
Well, let's run one of those gurneys into it like it worked for the door.
What does that fucking say? What the fuck is going on?
Or take the bars off the windows. That's gotta be possible.
Like this way to the emergency.
With like a screwdriver.
That's not gonna happen.
No, that's just not how that works at all.
We have technology, SpongeBob. We have technology.
And it was opening.
Come
That's a good point though.
I jump.
Let's do a rope.
I told you that fucking other kid that ain't any
Throw a rope over the side.
80 feet probably doesn't kill you.
It sure fucking hurts.
You sound like you know from experience. What time do you think it is?
I think it's 8:30. Yeah.
What about? Did somebody speed up their clocks? I just don't get this. They look like crazy people living in an insane asylum.
Let's just try and be rational here, okay?
They left his ass
Yeah.
like so fast.
No, he doesn't have a flashlight.
Yeah.
What is the backpack gonna do, dog?
Calm down, get a hold of yourself. Yeah.
Everything's gonna be okay.
You're probably hungry.
It's probably the big ass hello you have carved in your back.
Yeah, that
might,
too.
It might be infected.
It's like, well, just stop talking to me then.
Okay, well, bye.
What the fuck do you mean get some sleep? I'm never sleeping again.
So they're all patients, and they're just have this shared delusion that they're making a TV show. That's what's happening here.
He'll help you too.
Gabe.
Kordell, you've been real quiet.
It's stressful. It's a different kind of stress.
Yeah.
I already did. Just check it. It's so scary in here, man. Just make sure there's nothing in here.
All right, Tony Hawk.
You've been trying to decide what to call him this whole time. You're like, I gotta have some kind of someone to compare him
This is
to.
what he looks like.
He looks like Tony Hawk. You haven't called anyone Pepper Potts yet.
No, there have not been nearly as many Pepper Potts in this season, this movie.
Because Pepper Potts hates Nickelback.
Yeah, she does. Ain't y'all hungry?
No, they have extra water.
Oh, okay, that's right.
They have lots of water.
Oh, that's a lot of hands. Matt seems perfectly fine.
Yeah, he put on a wig and he's running around in a dress now.
Yeah.
Matt?
American British adult? Oh my god. I didn't like it.
They'd be like, who's got the Glock?
Get the fucking camera on my face!
Classic found footage line.
Yeah.
You wouldn't feel that way though.
I mean, I would feel
he's
that
trying to
way.
get back to his family, man.
I'm with him. I'm not with the people still carrying around cameras for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just because they have lights on them.
Yeah.
And they might as well be recording if they're carrying them around anyway.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, it's
Oh,
blood.
come on. She ain't pull you all the way in there like that. You big as hell. Come on,
Pepper
bro.
Potts?
Dog, Pepper Potts pulled him in there.
Yeah, she just did. Yeah, she was taking a bloodbath. Oh no! They let Matt just jump down an elevator shaft.
He just disappeared.
Well, he didn't disappear. Oh, he ghosted.
How do you walk it off?
It's one thing I was not expecting.
I've forgotten a lot of this movie.
Yeah. Reminds me of that Game of Thrones scene.
Yeah.
I was also not expecting.
That was terrible.
And now there's fog.
Now it's The Mist. Have you seen The Mist?
I've seen The Mist.
Okay.
Hope it doesn't end like that.
It doesn't end like that.
That would have been fun though if it did.
Dude, there's skeletons
Have you seen
now.
The Mist?
No.
Jesus.
Ooh.
It's a mess of a movie.
I don't think it's that scary, or I would say we should watch it. But it's a monster movie.
The girl's gone. What?
The Mist just took her.
Fuck you guys!
No, just say it 3
Damn.
times.
He's coming at us.
That rat, listen,
It's
hang
dead.
on.
What are you
that
doing?
rat got
Calm
really
down.
flat.
You
Bit
don't
like
gotta move
immediately.
that fast. Oh no.
It's okay. I get through it with laughter also. Watch him be the fucking
There's no
lobby
door
again.
there. Oh. There's a door there. Who's crying? Is he crying?
That wheelchair definitely wasn't there before.
You're so worried about the placement of the wheelchairs.
They keep moving them.
All right.
That's the end of the movie. No explanation.
That's Grave Encounters.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. I got a number in my head. I'm ready.
Oh damn! You said I don't know. I'm ready.
Well, I don't like.
Well, the Babadook was a 6. I rated it a 5, and Kordell rated it a 7. And what was episode 2? Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
I rated that 7.5. He rated it an 8.
And the first one was Strangers.
And the first one was Strangers, which I rated an 8 because I thought it was very scary.
What would I give the Strangers?
And he rated it. What did you rate it? I can't remember. I don't know. It's gotta be
5.5 or
written
6, something like that.
I don't know, because it was like, it ended at like a 7.5 or 7.75.
down. The Strangers was 6.75.
Oh, just kidding.
I just don't remember. I didn't write down for that one who did
Actually,
what.
I think you changed it at some point.
Oh yeah,
right?
you kept saying yeah because you did 5.5 and I did 8. Is that 6.75?
Yeah, I think so.
If you average that?
Because you're not scared by
Yeah. That was 5 something.
I think that's the only one that I've rated higher than you.
Yeah.
So, Grave Encounters.
Let's talk about it. You going straight into the rating?
No, I mean, like, let's hear your thoughts on it first. I mean, you've already seen it,
I've
obviously.
seen it already. I want to hear your... This is
I want to
your
hear.
show.
I want to hear
This
Kordell's
is your
thoughts
show.
on it before I give my thoughts on it, because I don't want to influence his
I know what
thoughts.
Justin's gonna say.
Yeah, I feel
you
like
don't know what I'm gonna
Justin-
say. You
I
don't
know
know.
exactly what you're gonna say.
I feel like Justin's very not impressed. Okay, I liked it, I guess.
Okay. Cordell has the same opinion as me, but he doesn't want to say it.
No. I feel like I'm gonna be afraid later. Is what I'm.
He's like,
feeling.
I'll let you know later.
Okay,
Like-
so you're gonna give an initial score and then maybe have to change it.
You're gonna change it
I
the
might-
next episode.
yeah.
You gotta stop doing that, though.
Well, it matters if it lingers on you. Because,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if we do this every other Monday, and if I'm scared for like 3 days out the week, like,
That means it was
like,
scary as
That's
fuck.
true.
Yeah, that means
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it weighed on me, so I got to account for that, and I feel like this is gonna be one of those where I have to account for that.
That's true.
I thought it was a really cool like idea of a movie, right? Like, okay, we're filming like a quote unquote reality supernatural TV show, and then it actually gets really crazy. And I like ideas where it's like you're trapped and you can't get out type of thing. It reminds me of like a creepypasta or like I remember, I don't know if you guys know what SCPs are.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what the acronym stands for. Justin, you would actually really like SCPs.
I
Like,
really
they're like there's
Is that
a
an internet thing?
yeah, it's
Like creepypasta, but not.
sort of. It's like they're pretty much beings that do things, sort of, kind of. Let's see what SCP stands. I forget what SCP stands for. Well, okay.
Beings that do things.
Yeah. So
Like an SCP comes in very different, like many different forms.
yeah, they're like
It's
pretty
a
much
monster.
entities
Some kind of
that
weird thing.
yeah, it's like objects or entities that are like out of this world or not from this realm or from a different universe. Sometimes they can be ghosts, they can be just like supernatural objects, they can be like anything. They're really cool. I'll send you some that I like, and I've listened to these before. That's about the I've got to say that's about the extent of my horror anything. Secure, contain, protect. And so SCP Foundation is like it's like an internet thing, and it's like an organization, quote unquote, that houses and contains and deals with different supernatural phenomenon. And their SCPs, again, stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. And so they have like the foundation like sometimes like holds these beings in their like warehouses or whatever, and sometimes they get out, sometimes they don't, whatever, they document them. Anyways, there's actually an SCP. I don't know the number. It's SCP, and then it gives you like a number, and it gives you how dangerous it is. There's an SCP that I listened to. Is like I was like driving home. It was a really long sort of like YouTube video, and it was pretty much like a video essay on this SCP, and it was a IKEA that people would get trapped in. Like you walk into IKEA and you couldn't get out, and there were like different like human factions, and like there were people from alternate universes because they were talking and they would recall different versions of history. And so it was like this, it was an interdimensional IKEA, and like the IKEA workers didn't have faces and all this crazy shit. And so this film reminded me of that kind of thing where it's like you're trapped in an insane asylum, and you like it warps, it shifts like as things happen as you move around, and you can't actually get out unless you get super lucky or like whatever. And even then, it's not even like 100% chance you get back to your dimension. Like that's kind of how the SCP sort of ended. I'll send it to you. It's really good. But this reminded me of that, and that's what I like because it was really interesting. This was an interesting film. That's how I feel about it. As far as scary goes, the jump scares didn't really get me. They were like I seen them coming because anytime like a main character was on camera, they had that weird face. The concept was really interesting, and like I I may or may not change my score because of that. Because like if I go home and start thinking about it, like I'm trapped, I'm never gonna get out. Like then I'm gonna have to be like, hey Justin. So first of all, you're still a person, yeah? Okay, cool, good. You're real. Yeah, I'm gonna change that score. So that's
you walk out of your room in your apartment and it's just another room. Is it your room again? You walk out your closet into your bedroom over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's the shit that like is interesting but like scares me.
That's something I did find that pretty cool about this movie. It reminded me of Hogwarts because I was like, you know how the staircases change?
Yeah.
I was like, it's
you
like
never
it's
know
like
where you're gonna be.
Yeah, it's like the building likes to change, so you gotta watch out for it.
So I'm gonna give this one a solid 6.
Okay, a 6.
I said I wanted to beat 5, so I beat 5. I'm happy.
You beat 5. Well,
I give
we'll
it
see if the average beats 5.
I'm not worried about that.
Well,
I'll say 15.
It wasn't super intense, but I feel like it was like a steady like.
I feel like it's a tone movie.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you're like, yo, some shit's about to happen. Which like we got sound bites of everybody saying that of being like, oh fuck, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, you felt it happening. It was a slow build, and it didn't get like necessarily like climax wise. Like I feel like it didn't like actually have one of those necessarily. Besides when the smoke got there, I guess, or like I don't know.
The ending is very convoluted.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard to tell when
it was even coming to her.
Yeah.
To a peak.
But the consistency still had a really cool like tone of it. Like it was still interesting.
That's a very big critique of the movie of being like, all right, that ending was a little out there.
Yeah, like and then
but everybody's like the ending was weird, but the rest of it was like, all right.
Yeah,
all right,
I like how like you could tell it changed from like funny, like all right, this is cheesy as hell, and it successfully moved over to like, all right, what is happening now? Yeah. So I like that. I give it. It was a good movie. As far as scary goes, I'll give it a 6. It wasn't like I wasn't not afraid of it. I was like that. I don't like this. Yeah. I didn't like a lot of what happened, but I feel like it'll last. So that's why I give it a 6. I may go home and be like, I don't know if this is real.
I think found footage movies in general have a problem with endings. Also, like,
that makes sense because how did you?
I've never seen
footage?
Well, I haven't seen many found footage movies, obviously, but like. I guess everybody always dies or something because the footage is found and not like presented.
Yeah,
and then
I would have liked if he would have got out. If he had just like that door.
Well, there's a second
opened,
one.
God.
So I've not even seen it, so I don't know.
I wonder if it's the same story.
Is it a sequel? Is it
I mean, it's Grave Encounters 2. That's all that I know.
It might be like a different crew and stuff.
I'll look it up.
That'd be good.
Yeah, if he had like opened that door and he'd have been outside in the world in like daytime, like as freaked as he was, that would have been like, yo, what?
After he found that door at the end,
like,
he was like, oh, there's a door here.
Yeah.
When he said there's a door here now, I thought it was going to be to the outside. That's why I was like,
that.
Actually, what I thought was, I thought he thought it was to the outside, and so I thought it wasn't actually there. I thought he was going to be like, look, there's a door.
His
and like,
character is in the movie.
His character. Oh, it is? Huh.
Film students break into an abandoned psychiatric institution to research a movie's paranormal claims, but quickly discover ghosts are very real when they are tortured at the hands of their terrifying study subjects. I wonder if they can go back to like that spot.
That sounds
and
about
see
right.
him there.
Oh,
I mean, because he's not a film student, so he wouldn't be one of the main characters that they're talking about.
Right, he was one of the ghosts.
Nobody.
It's
we know.
just. Well, the producer's in it.
The guy at the beginning where he was like, "This is not
like,
a movie.
This is real shit."
Yeah.
Wish we would have cut to him at the end again.
That's one of the hockey players.
It is from Letterkenny. Yeah, it's him. Will Snipe Selly boys.
And
he does other stuff. Hey, he's in it. That's the
well, it's okay. Maybe they're not then, because they're like TC's still in it.
The psychic dude's in it.
Yeah, the medium's in it. Who knows?
The girl's not. I don't know.
Seems weird.
Yeah, so I'll give it a 6.
They're all like dead or crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a 6.
I know you're not.
Yeah, we know you're not.
Not even any of the jump scares got me, and it's pretty easy to get me with jump scares, like you've seen on the other episodes of the podcast. Like I'm not hard to get, but maybe it had to do with there not being music in this episode, or this movie, or maybe the suspense just wasn't very good. I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a 4.
Ooh.
Damn.
Lowest score so far.
His lowest score.
That is the lowest score so far. It is right on the edge of not scary at all, because 1 through 4 is not scary at all, and then 5 starts the scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't a trash movie. I thought it was interesting, and
It was
I
interesting.
I wasn't bored. I just didn't think it was scary.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Gabe, what is your score?
Yeah, knowing that you've seen it before.
Well, it's like hard to score it a second time.
I know, but I had to do that with like the first few movies that we watched. I'd already seen. You just got to think of, like how you thought of it the first time, or
The first time is definitely way scarier than like it was before. I think like first time I would give it like a 7 at least.
Okay. It's pretty solid.
Because I think like you know that the jumps are happening, but I think that you never really know what the jump. Like you're never certain what the jump is. But I think that this movie does kind of suffer a tiny bit in that they show too much too soon. Because you see that like face shit, kind of immediately,
yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, anytime something's on screen,
their face is gonna do that. Yeah, you were able to anticipate.
I thought it was pretty slow at the beginning. It's like
No, it is
40 minutes before we even see anything remotely.
Well, that's a good. That's
scary.
every monster movie ever.
Is this a monster movie?
Kind of.
All right.
Especially like found footage. You know, you got to build.
Yeah.
Because if you
I don't
just
know if
see
you
shit,
have
you're
to.
gonna
I
be
think maybe you could make good found footage movies if you didn't wait so long for it to get interesting.
I mean, I don't know. I think it transitioned well. Like, I thought it was like supposed to be cheesy, and then when it got to be serious, it was.
Yeah, because you have to.
I liked the beginning of it, even though nothing scary was happening. I liked the cheese and the commentary on like reality shows, because I have problems with reality shows like that, and so I like it when things are like poking fun at it, you know. Mm-hmm. Especially how they're showing him that like everyone who's making it is full of shit, and so they admit that in the movie.
But I think as a found footage movie, this one kind of gets it right. Like why they're using cameras and shit.
Yeah,
that all makes sense. You know, like because they're fucking so many of them where you're like, okay, yep.
Yeah. I can't even think of the names of very many more found footage movies.
Blair Witch.
Like they're making a documentary
Blair
in that
Witch
movie.
is not good. I don't like it.
The Blair Witch Project, the original. Yeah, I don't like it
I'm
either.
not crazy about it.
No, I've seen it. It's no good.
I think Cloverfield's
but they were making a documentary in that.
Have you seen Willow Creek?
No.
I think it's called Willow Creek. It's a found footage. They're like going on like a Bigfoot search.
Ooh.
That one's pretty fun. It's not very scary.
It's
It's very fun.
Not really into Bigfoot.
Yeah, but it's cool. I don't know that many.
Yeah, but it seems like all of them have some kind of reason why they're carrying around cameras.
Yeah.
Except for Paranormal Activity, they're kind of just like they see something in their house, I guess, so that's why they're using a camera. And the guy is like, I guess, playing with the camera at first because they're moving into a new house. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, I got a camera.
Yeah. The tricky part about found footage is like you don't really get like new shit. You kind of have to do like a found footage the same as every found footage.
I guess.
Which I think is like
maybe
the downfall
someone
of the genre.
Someone who could reinvent the genre with it.
But how?
I don't know. We'd have to think on that. We'll
that'd be a lot.
reinvent the genre with our new found footage movie.
Well, I would figure the only way you could do that is to incorporate other elements of a different genre. Like, you could just kind of have to weave in between. Like, because the issue about found footage, it seems, is like the endings don't make sense.
Endings don't make sense. There's a lot of like shaky running.
Yeah.
And
which
you
can
don't
have
see a lot of like what you're dealing with.
Yeah. Well, that adds to the anxiety, I feel like. The like when you make it to where you can't see what all is going on, it makes you very anxious. Like, so I remember playing like a horror video game. I think it was Outlast, I think.
Yes. Where you're like filming everything?
Yeah. And my buddy was playing. It is. My buddy was playing, and he would not, for the life of him, look around fucking corners. Like, I was like, look where you're, like, look left and right to see what you're passing in the hallways, because there might be something there. And whenever he didn't do that, I've never felt more anxious in my life. Like, I was like, please just look. And so whenever you can't see what's happening, like, that adds to the anxiety. So I get the appeal of it. But you've got to do something. I mean, you've got to at least tie up the ending, like, at the very minimum. Like, I feel like this movie had good pacing. It transitioned well, and like it set the tone really well. It just like you know, like it didn't really end with anything of merit, and it didn't really have a real climax. So I guess if you're gonna have one of those found footage things, you kind of have to like do that. You have to have a really solid ending, and you have to have a climax. You can't just keep killing everybody in a found footage movie. Because that's so I've seen bits and pieces of the Blair Witch Project, and I'm pretty sure no one survives, right? Like everybody just dead. Everybody does at the end. Like so like for found footage to even scare you at the end, like don't kill everyone. Like have at least one survivor. I feel like.
Then you could do a talking head interview with them afterwards. And have that be part of the movie.
And that's
Wouldn't
why.
That be fun?
That's why. The Fourth Kind got me so much because I'm pretty sure they have people that talk about it as it's happening that have went through. They're like, no, and you can see the emotion in their eyes. They're like, no, this is real, and like you get the found footage as well. So it's a combination between the two, and that's why that one sat with me for so long when I was growing up. That's because it really like they did good. It was a combination. So I don't know.
You know what's a cool found footage thing? American Horror Story season 6, Roanoke.
See, I didn't like Roanoke that much.
Seen it.
You didn't like Roanoke?
I've heard that it's not good.
Well, okay.
I don't
know why people hate Roanoke so much because I thought it was one of the scarier seasons. It's probably the scariest season of American Horror Story, I think. It's not American Horror Story is generally not a very scary show.
I was like, I don't. Yeah.
I like seasons a lot better other than that, and like it's a great show, but I don't think it's a scary show. Except there's some parts in Roanoke that got me.
Okay.
And it's shot like a true crime.
That
documentary. The first half of it is. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we talked about it, I think, on the podcast before, but it was like, you know, like talking heads and then recreations. But then the second half of the season is found footage.
Yeah.
And they just did it really well, and I wasn't bothered by it at all. I guess because they did less shaky camera. Maybe it wasn't as realistic found footage.
No, it definitely wasn't.
You know,
just like some
because they shot regular scenes in it.
Well, no, they were shooting
They shot regular scenes in Roanoke, like the whole scene with the, like I think it's been a minute. So the daughter isn't supposed to be at that house, and like the aunt, who's a cop or something like that, is like watching the kid. Am I tripping or is that
into what?
There was a lot there.
In Roanoke, okay,
very complex.
Since you've not seen it, you have no idea what we're talking about.
So in Roanoke, it's
there's
like
a daughter.
Part of the story is the little girl that is talking to like whatever ghost is in the house, right?
I don't remember.
Okay, so there's a little girl who's talking to some kind of spirit or whatever, and things are happening. Her aunt is a cop, and no, her mom's a cop.
I remember the
I think that may be what it is.
Woman cop with a daughter.
The woman cop with a daughter. So their interactions are not found footage. Like they show like regular scenes.
Okay, all I remember is that like the last half of the season, I'm pretty sure was found footage until the very last episode, and then like halfway through the last episode, they cut to regular scenes.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They have regular scenes
just for the finale, though.
No, I'm pretty sure there's regular scenes in the regular episodes of the Roanoke season.
I have to rewatch it before I can agree or disagree. I'm skeptical that you're right about that, but I'm not going to say. I'm not going to go on record and say you're wrong.
Right. Sure. No, it's been a minute. Look, I could just be making all of this up, but I'm pretty sure there are regular scenes in it, and then they do some found footage, and like it's like recreations.
I love things like.
It's like they do like a recreate of it, and then you have the talking head, and then you have the found footage. Like it's like all three elements are in that.
But all three elements aren't happening at once. It's like the first 4 episodes are just interviews and talking heads, and then recreations, and then the last are like. Yeah. And now that we've done this show, we got to make a season 2 because they're making a show, and they're like, now let's get the people that we interviewed and their actor counterparts that played them in the reenactment, and let's have them all go to this house.
Yes,
where it actually happened, and we'll do a found footage thing.
So it's like an amalgamation of all those 3 elements of recreations, found footage, and talking heads, and that would make sense. I think that would be
great for
how
movie,
you do it if you were to do it.
Yeah,
and get the found footage, quote unquote, to be like good.
I think that would work.
I think
there's a lot of found footage movies I forgot about. Like, I've heard a lot about The House is October Built. I assume neither of you guys have seen that.
The what?
The House is October Built.
Never even heard of it.
People talk about it on Netflix. I mean, people don't talk about it on Netflix. It's on Netflix, and people talk about it.
Netflix talks
The
about
Gallows came out not too long ago. I never saw that. I think I've just been staying away from found footage movies. Creep is apparently...
Creep is good.
You've seen Creep?
Creep is good.
Okay, does everybody die at the end? Don't tell me that.
It's weird as fuck.
Don't say whether
it's not scary. It's just weird.
It's not scary?
No, it's not scary.
It's a horror movie. It says it's horror, and it's rated R, and it came out in 2014.
No, yeah. I watched that movie, and the whole time I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
like,
cool.
it's not, but it's not like jumpy or anything like that.
Well, maybe I'll just watch it on my own time. It's got Mark Duplass in it.
Yes, it's the Duplass brothers that made it. And then there's a second one, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I've been watching this girl review horror movies on YouTube recently. Spooky Astronauts is her name. Not her real name.
Hey, shut up.
Spooky Astronauts on YouTube. Hey.
Gotta do a collab.
Collab.
Yeah, collab. Like, yeah. Anyway, she's really cool.
Us.
But she talks about Creep a lot, and she highly recommends
really
it.
Good
so I might watch it.
It's just weird as fuck.
It's on Netflix too, and Creep 2.
Yeah.
Creep. So Creep's good. Maybe we'll watch Creep 2.
Gabe, what was your score?
7, right?
For like a first viewing, I gave it like a 7.
Okay, so first viewing is a 7, solid. What do I say viewing?
I mean, second viewing.
You just sticking with it?
No. No, because like I think because it tries to be like a jumpy movie, and anything that just relies on jumps, I think kind of loses its scariness after the first viewing.
Oh yeah.
Because when you know this shit's happening, like there were a couple times where I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that," and that was like a little weird. But
one part that I was just like, "What the fuck?" is when like all those hands were coming out of the walls. And everything. Like, what is even happening? Yeah. Like, it doesn't even look that good, but I'm like, that's weird.
So here's what I think that was. It was a nod to like Hades, like hell itself. Like, okay, so I don't know much about the mythology, but
like Sasha,
Sasha, mythology with Sasha. No, but I remember playing God of War, and in Hades, like it's reminiscent of like the area where like when you're in hell. It's like there are rooms with, like nothing but a bunch of fucking hands grabbing at you, and I'll have to double check it, but I'm pretty sure that's like a like mythological, not trope, but like a part of hell that is a thing where it's just like arms reaching out, like it's like has to do with greed or something like that, like pulling you down and shit. Like so, I think that was sort of representative of like, oh, they're in hell now. Like you're not getting out, you're in hell. Yeah. Like this is what it is, type deal. But that's just that's what it reminded me of. So, I mean, maybe
it was pretty cool either way.
Yeah, it was a very interesting movie.
I love that shit when they break the door open and it's just more hallway.
That
shit was sick as fuck.
That part was crazy. And I was like, oh, they actually got it open, and then it's just a hallway.
The guy like in the corner when he's like, is that a tongue?
Oh yeah.
Like I think that's cool as fuck. Yeah. Like that's such a good jump.
That was pretty neat. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't get me. None of the jumps got me. I don't understand what happened to me.
I think they give you just enough time to be like,
it's gonna be.
Oh, there's somebody up. Yeah. If they had just not put the like drops of blood,
yeah,
I think it would be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, probably. Know? Yeah, been like a tongue. That'd been good.
Yeah. Or if it like dropped down.
Oh right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing ever just all of a sudden came on screen.
Yeah, you're already looking at it, and then it,
which
distorts or something.
I wouldn't say that would even be a good thing if that did happen, because that would be cheap. Jump scares, if all of a sudden like there's nothing scary happening and then something's just on screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really fair.
I think you can do it with ghosts though.
Ghosts, I guess it makes sense because they're ghosts and they can appear
just pop up
wherever the fuck they want. And if you see a ghost in real life, it's probably a jump scare.
See, and I really thought they were going to use that found footage like whip, when you could just turn the camera whenever you want to, and something can be there.
But I also think that they play it well in the sense of like, they do whip the camera around, and the whole time you're like,
you think they're gonna do it.
Here we go. Like something's.
But they never really deliver on.
You know what
the
whip.
If
I had been making this movie, I probably would have done it once early on, and that way every time they whip the camera, you think it's gonna happen again, and then just don't do it again the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But they never did it like even once, except for I guess looking up at that guy in the ceiling.
Yeah, but they built up to it way too much. It was too easy to see. So what's the average score?
Well, the Real Fear score with a 6 for Kordell, a 4 for me, and a 7 for Gabe is a 5.6. Real Fear score. You beat the 5.
That sounds right.
I've got to do better. I got to find a scary movie for you guys.
No, that's good. No,
next time. You're
next time I'm gonna guess again.
Well, of course you're. Well, if you enjoyed this experience, then you're all welcome back anytime for sure.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone else
Next
of
time
our friends can do better than
do
you.
Something
though.
that's not. Oh yeah, for sure. But I had a found footage constraint.
You had a found footage. I gave you that as a project. Because I was like, I cannot bring a found footage movie because I don't watch them or like them, and we needed one. So
I thought it was good. It was fine. As good as
you gonna bring us another found footage movie?
I don't know, probably not. It's just gonna be Cloverfield.
You have to decide what the scariest movie you've ever seen is, and then bring that.
I gotta think about it, dude. I don't know.
Is it It Chapter 1?
No. Nah.
I don't know. Is it Get Out? Maybe. You said
Get Out wasn't scary. It just gave me a panic attack.
Well, it sounds scary to me.
No, I mean but it wasn't because I was scared.
Oh.
It was just because it was so tense.
Yeah. I don't know then.
I
can't really think of any other.
I don't watch a lot of scary movies.
Well, then it should be easy to choose. You don't have that many to choose from. Yeah, I think you've made that joke before.
I know. I just like saying it because you get so frustrated about it.
Oh yeah, Marriage Story is great. It's a great movie.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, you don't like Marriage Story?
It's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with an answer for the next time I guessed.
Good. You'll let us know for when you come on again.
I'll just pick a movie.
Yeah, it's great.
And it better be a horror movie. Don't pull we're watching The Notebook bullshit.
Percy Jackson, The Lightning.
Yeah, no, we're not watching that. Don't try to trick me.
That's a piece of shit movie.
Don't try to trick.
It's scary how bad that movie is.
Scary, yeah. Don't try to trick me into thinking we're watching a horror movie and we're watching some kind of drama or romantic comedy.
I feel like Justin will just stop it. Like, all right, we're turning this off.
No. Shut it down. Canceled. Podcast canceled.
He's like, we've been here for 2 hours setting up for this. And this is what you bring me.
Funny.
No, I'll find a good one.
Okay.
I'll find something good.
Okay, good.
Give our other friends time to guess and bring stuff.
Yeah. You'll see what we rate theirs, and you'll raise the bar for how scary yours has to be.
Yeah, I'll just show it. I'll be in your comments.
I wonder who will win.
Shit. I don't think my shit's scary.
Let's see who wins.
Let's see who wins. Although Kelsey might have an unfair advantage because I already know what movie she's bringing, and I love it.
What movie?
I don't like
it's
any
Hush.
of it.
I don't know if
Hush is not. You're not going to be scared by Hush, dude.
I probably won't.
Hush is not going to scare you.
Good.
Why do you hate Hush?
I don't hate Hush. I just I can't. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay. Well, you don't know if it'll scare him. It's people. It's not ghosts. But you don't know if it'll scare him.
It's not
automatically knocks it.
It's not people. Okay. It's person.
Okay, so it's a slasher. Person. There are such things as
it's
single person.
Kind of a slasher.
Okay, we gotta stop talking about it now.
Justin's getting mad.
I just don't want to give anything away about it because I could keep arguing about it if I wanted to.
Hush is not gonna scare you.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Well. Me and Gabe are scared by different things, and it seems like you and Kordell are scared by different things because he didn't think Grave Encounters was so scary either.
Well,
it was.
So it seems like there's
just a little scary. It's just an older movie, they did their best. Whatever.
It's 2011. It's not that old.
That's 9 years.
It's 9 years.
That's kind of old.
Oculus came out around the same time.
Did it? 2011?
14 maybe?
14.
Nah, dude, not 9 years.
6 years is different than 9 years.
Mm-hmm. They seem pretty close to me.
I don't think so.
You think? Okay, they're
I think in one of them you're in elementary school, one of them you're in a completely different kind of school.
A completely different kind of school. Who knows what kind of school it is? But sure, it's not the same.
I don't know. Oculus was just shot better, I guess. Then I don't know.
Because
it wasn't like it wasn't an independent movie.
Yeah, was this an independent?
Had a higher budget.
Yeah, way higher budget, and it wasn't.
Man, a found footage movie with a higher budget and some.
No, I think it has to look kind of bad.
It's got to be good. Nah.
Watch Cloverfield. That shit's awesome.
I've never
What?
seen
What do you want me to say?
I'll watch it.
I don't remember it
It's
being.
not scary.
I don't remember
movie.
it being awesome, but I've only seen it once, and it was a long time ago, so I can't speak to it.
We can watch
American Godzilla.
Godzilla's
Sweet.
good.
Sounds
They should shoot
badass.
Godzilla as a found footage movie.
Ooh.
Have they done that yet?
Yeah, it's called Cloverfield. What do you mean?
I want actual Godzilla there.
I like that. I like actual Godzilla.
10 Cloverfield Lane. Now that's a scary.
That's a good
well,
one.
it's
not
a good
scary.
movie.
It's
the
tense.
ending's
It's very
scary.
tense.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it scary.
We should find some alien movies to watch.
I love alien. Wait, can I guess one alien?
Because the fourth kind,
I love
like,
alien movies.
I mean, isn't Cloverfield an alien movie?
Not really.
10 Cloverfield Lane is an alien movie, so I feel like
yeah,
it's kind of the same. And then the Cloverfield Paradox, that's definitely an alien movie,
because
right?
the alien movies are a lot closer to that,
Kinda.
like Lovecraftian, like existential, like there's nothing you can do. This is just what it is type horror, and I feel like that's kind of cool and something we have not done yet.
Although Alien, it's been a very long time since I saw Alien, but it's not a horror movie, right? It's like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi action.
No, it's not scary.
You know what's a really scary alien movie, though? A Quiet Place.
I have not seen the
Are
Quiet
they
Place.
aliens?
Yeah.
Don't you get to see the
didn't
bad
know
guy?
that.
I mean, they never exactly explain it, but John Krasinski has said that they are aliens.
Okay.
And he's the writer-director, so I trust him.
Is
or he's
Bird-
one of the writers.
Is Bird Box a
Alien?
horror film?
It's
Yes.
a horror movie, yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Is it an alien movie, is the question also.
I never watched it.
You never saw Bird Box?
You never seen Bird Box?
No, I heard it was bad, so I didn't watch it.
Well, Cordell probably told you it was bad.
it's-
He didn't like it, but wait,
I
who
mean-
told you it was bad? Who are you talking to that's telling you all these good
a
movies
lot
are
of
bad?
people said it wasn't that great. Isn't it just like
A
The
lot of
Happening?
people. No, it's nothing like The Happening.
It's closer to A Quiet Place from what
It's
I've
like
heard.
The Happening, but instead of breathing in air, you can't see the thing, and it's got Sandra Bullock in it.
Okay, so Bird Box is
Don't you
fine
hate
until
Sandra
you
Bullock?
like
No,
really
I like
think
it.
about it. If you suspend belief for a minute and you're easily suspending belief, then Bird Box would be fucking fire.
I think
But as soon as you
like-
decide to give actual thought to it, it is no longer fire.
I feel like it came out around the same time. Did it come out around the same time as A Quiet Place?
Yes,
It came out
a
after
little
A Quiet
bit
Place now, but it
See,
was just
so
like,
I think
everybody was
that's
just
why it
like,
was
oh,
like-
it's just A Quiet Place again, but different.
Instead, it's your eyes.
Right, it's like,
It has strengths. I mean, it does. But
Sandra Bullock.
yeah, it's just her.
And that's the
She's
strength.
just
the kids are great too.
Have you
really
seen?
good.
The kids are
have you
good.
seen the concept of what the monsters were originally going to look like?
Wait for what?
For Bird Box, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I kind of like the not seeing it. ever
Yeah, I
thing.
think not seeing is it adds to
We
it.
would have gone crazy had we seen it.
Same. Yeah.
They showed drawings, like this guy draws them after he's gone crazy, and you see that in the movie.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we're revealing a lot. Spoilers for
Well,
Bird
I think
Box
everybody knows
and-
that our movie gives out spoilers to all sorts of shit. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I guess we can put a spoiler warning at the beginning.
We'll
I
have
don't know.
to.
I guess we've got to fucking find a new scary movie.
Bird Box is a book, and it's also a really good book as well.
I've heard it's a much better book.
You guys should read the
books
book.
are always better.
It's pretty short too.
That's what they say. Except for all that reading business.
You can do it.
Because you can't
You believe
read.
in me?
Gabe can help you. Help you
We'll
through
teach
it.
you how to read.
Yeah, you guys should read Bird Box together.
The
Gabe, you should read Bird Box 2 Cordell.
Dog walked. We'll just sound it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
Well, you know, I had a fun time.
Good.
Good. Thanks for being here.
yeah.
I had a fun time too.
Yeah, it was a fun time, I guess. Fucking being scared.
Yeah, you were stressed out, so I feel good.
I was
about
stressed.
it.
I was
feel good
stressed.
about
I was stressed out.
about
You wait till
this
you see
choice.
it, and you see my face all the time.
yeah.
I made some faces.
The
Oh, I know.
more
and I
afraid-
could see every now and then he would go and like look at us, and I'd be like, "I got him."
I got that guy. Yeah, so see, the more afraid Cordell is, the happier everybody else on the podcast is. That's going to be our every guest's goal, is just to get you scared.
Like eventually, people are just gonna be like, "Let me be on the show so that I can show him a movie that will make him jump."
Yeah, that's the
I don't
goal
jump.
now.
I really don't jump.
You will at some point. I'm gonna get him to
Seems
jump.
like
I'm gonna make it
next
happen.
time. All right,
Maybe not next time. Maybe like 4 or 5.
you're gonna
of my
your for your
guest
choices.
appearances.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, or watching if you did.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you. Come back next time.
Hey, thanks for watching my podcast.
Thank you for allowing us to be on your podcast.
Yeah,
I had a great
anytime,
time.
guys, anytime.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Gabe.
I'm actually busy next week, or 2 weeks from now. So if you guys could record, that'd be great.
Oh, we'll just keep up your podcast until you're able to come back.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Go
Thank you so
ahead.
much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No problem.
No problem at all. Until next time, be afraid.
Be very
afraid.
Real Fear is a Moonlight Media production, available on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, as well as the Moonlight Media YouTube channel.